Previously on X-Men, Days of Future Past, Doomsday, after the assassination of Senator Robert Kelly at the hands of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, the President William Stryker deploys Sentinels nationwide and declares martial law. The government wants to capture all the mutants and put them in a camp for their own safety, but that is an excuse. All they want is to slaughter the mutants, and soon the anti-mutant sentiment begins to spread to anti-hero sentiments. The public turns violent, so one hero, Spiderman, tries to solve the matter, but he gets killed by the mutant haters as they believe Spiderman a mutant. As the anti-mutant sentiment exploded all over the world, Magneto seizes control of the world's nuclear arsenal in an attempt to use them against the humankind. So to stop him, the X-Men confront Magneto's Brotherhood, but a nuclear weapon accidentally detonates during the conflict and it kills Jean Grey, and the radiation costs Cyclops his eyes. And this incident begins the destruction of the mutant kind's future. Welcome to Comicstube YouTube channel. In today's video, we will review Chapter 2 of X-Men Days of Future Past, Doomsday. You can get the previous part on this playlist, so if you guys are new here, please subscribe and turn on all the notifications to never miss any future uploads. Please like, comment and share. All the text and images are owned by its respected company. You can support them by purchasing it digitally or from any offline stores. The issue opens up with Jean Grey's funeral. Her death happened due to the massive nuclear explosion that was accidentally set off by Jean. The radiation also damaged her husband's eyes. Scott lost the love of his life, his spouse and partner, and the mother of his only child, and he couldn't even cry. Friends and family come out for the funeral, but not everyone is able to make it. It's a hard day for the X-Men, but there is one uninvited guest, Eric Lansher, Magneto. Seeing him, Logan quickly reacts and he points his plastic gun loaded with polymer bullets that is capable enough to kill Magneto. But before he can do that, Charles stops him as they all want to hear about the reason of his arrival. So they all come at Charles's room, where Magneto apologizes to all of them and he tells them he has ordered his Brotherhood to stand down. There will be no further attempts to take the world's nuclear stockpiles. Despite everything, the professor never hated Magneto, so he requests Eric to stand with them in this dire situation. Allying with each other is the only way of standing against the darkness. Magneto also agrees that danger is coming, but he informs them they need to face the danger in their own way. Hearing this, Charles gets heartbroken for never being able to bring his friend to his side. But Magneto is right about things getting worse. The first thing President Stryker did was to get Congress to reinstate the Mutant Control Act. Under the MCA, the government begins to place mutants in relocation centers. Some mutants and their families escape north to Canada, but most stay in America under the mistaken belief that things would eventually get better. So one night, Henry Peter Gyrett, a ruthless government official, visits Charles Xavier as he came here with an order of relocation warrants on every single mutants of his school. But Charles rejects the government law as he believes they are all Americans, free human beings. They also saved the world countless times. So Gyrett warns him they are not humans and they won't be free for much longer, and he leaves the place. Soon he arranged a meeting with General Thunderbolt Ross of U.S. military as he wants his help to take down Charles and his mutants. Valeria Cooper, a special assistant of the president, also tells Ross Magneto and his Brotherhood are a threat to the entire nation, so they must do something to stop them. But General Ross brings a law section as it makes it illegal for the US military to enforce any laws like the Mutant Control Act, and he also believes their methods to be immoral. So as Ross refuses to help them, he gets relieved of command and the attack scheduled the next morning on the entire X-Men. The first blood is spilled when Kurt Nightcrawler and Amanda are walking Peter's little sister, Illyana, to school. But on their way, they all get slaughtered, and soon, one Sentinel attacks the Xavier's mansion. Charles sees the threat from the inside, but Robbie becomes desperate and he charges towards the Sentinel to save the school. Realizing the danger, Charles quickly commands Wolfsbane to get the rest of the mutants to the danger room, as he believes it is the only way to protect his children. Outside, Robbie is struggling with the Sentinel and soon he gets captured by the robot. Seeing the horror with his own eyes, Robbie screams in pain and begs the robot to stop. But the Sentinel crushes Robbie into several pieces of ice, and with one huge blast, it blows out the entire mansion. After losing the leaders of the New Mutants, Karma, Rachel then finds Professor and she tells him to escape this place together, but Charles is determined to stop the attack. He realizes they are all cornered by the army, so he contacts with them with his telepathic powers and tells the army they surrender, but the officer do not listen to his words. And before Charles can save himself, he gets shot in the chest and dies, and another bullet takes out Rachel. But she somehow survives, and as she falls into the floor unconscious, the army find her and they decide to take her with them and use her for their future plans. And by the time the X-Men get back, the soldiers were gone. They come inside the mansion and find dead bodies all over the place. Even the new mutants who are hiding in the danger room are also dead. The X-Men buried their friends next to Jane. What little is left of the mansion collapsed in on itself. In this darkest time, Kitty decides to share her true love for Peter Rasputin, but he hesitates as he is older than her. But Kitty has lost many of her friends and she doesn't want to lose him too. And as she manages to convince him, they bring Robbie Yarkin from Salim Center. She tells the words, and in the ruins of Xavier's mansion, both Kitty and Peter exchange their rings and they accept each other as husband and wife, and they enjoy the last happiest day of their lives, as soon the future of the dark days are about to happen. And with that, the chapter 2 of X-Men Days of Future Past Doomsday comes to a close. So which part you like the most? Please share your thoughts on the comment section down below, and please like this video and do subscribe, as this will motivate me to make more contents. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.